everyone. I'm Harley Carnes, and welcome to Harley on the Headlines. There are some interesting things today, and as we start, I want to thank you for joining us. You can help too. Sure would appreciate it. Just like, follow, subscribe. Today is mini election day, not even a midterm election day, and far from a national election when presidents and most of Congress gets picked. This one is important, though, because it might signify something. New York City could go socialist, verging on communist in their mayor's race. The city has leaned left for so long, it's been walking in circles, round and round and round to the left, and losing people in droves to Texas and Florida and Tennessee and other low-tax red states. It isn't a spasm or a leap, but it may signify something, and if admitted socialist Zoran Mamdani wins, it'll be a shot of adrenaline for the far left. Virginia is picking a governor. Republican Winsome Sears is a populist Republican. Abigail Spanberger is a left-leaning Democrat. Either one will make history as the first woman governor of Virginia. Winsome Sears would add color to the history ledger. Virginia is a bluish-purple state. It would put a dent in Trump's political armor if Spanberger wins. New Jersey could pick a Republican governor after being reliably blue for quite some time. Jack Ciattarelli is a former state legislator who almost upended Democrat Phil Murphy's reelection in 2021. Ciattarelli faces Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill, another liberal Democrat. She has spent most of her campaigning attacking Trump as opposed to countering Ciattarelli. None of those elections will solidify or redirect the nation's course, but both the governorship of Virginia and the mayorship of New York City will have impact and create new currents in the national political conversation. And if New Jersey goes red with Ciattarelli, it'll tell the GOP the Trump wave is still powerful. Diane Ladd has died. Big talent. She was 3 times nominated for an Oscar. She was 89. Former Vice President Dick Cheney has died at 84. One of the most influential vice presidents ever, a driving force in the George W. Bush administration for going to war in Iraq. His heart had weakened over the years, and at the end it was pneumonia that took him out. Does that to a lot of people. He had also served as White House Chief of Staff, Congressman from Wyoming, Secretary of Defense. He loved to go fly fishing. Not great, as it turned out, with a shotgun. Wounded a hunting buddy, or trying to track and shoot a pheasant. Some are now calling the government shutdown Schumer's shutdown because it's become pretty clear that the only people who can restart the government are Democrats, because Republicans have already voted more than a dozen times to reopen it. So now the only real question is, how much pain is Chuck Schumer willing to watch vulnerable people go through before deciding they've had enough? When will he grow a spine and tell the Machiavellian far left of his party, get ready for work? They want to argue about spending more money in a new budget? Win or lose, argue about it while working, like we elected them to do. This vacation really needs to end. Here's a fairly embarrassing oops in northeastern Australia, Queensland. Teachers at 9 high schools were teaching their students in preparation for a statewide world history exam that they would be taking today. One important section was about Augustus Caesar, who came after the assassinated Julius Caesar. Oops. The curriculum had been changed after years of focusing on crazy, mean Gus. This year they were supposed to spend more time on Julius, probably the greatest of the Caesars. 9 schools didn't get the memo. So history students in those schools were exempted from the history test today, and they'll be graded on a curve to make up for the shortcoming. Problems with people abusing AI capabilities? You bet. There are fake AI hurricane photos and videos that have gone viral online, fooling millions of people. One shows the airport in Kingston, Jamaica, destroyed by Hurricane Melissa. That didn't happen. It's a fake. Another shows 4 sharks swimming in a hotel swimming pool. Probably tossed there by hurricane winds, right? Didn't happen. No sharks in the pool. Fake videos like these can be spotted, but you have to know how to study the images, and it's hard. What's the point anyway of doing this? The storm was bad enough on its own. Maybe it's just to prove that people will buy into what they see, which can be pretty useful for scams to come, and they will come. Paleontologists in Canada working far up in the high Arctic found another extinct species that we knew nothing about. It was a rhinoceros, cousin to the rhinos of today's Africa, except this one was 23 million years ago. The Arctic rhino was bigger, covered with short bristly fur or hair, and had no horn. As you probably know, rhino horns are made of hair, not bone. It's the 6th rhinoceros found in various parts of Europe and North America. Its name, Epiceratherium itgelic. It's a lot easier to say Arctic rhino, I'll tell you that. Be careful what you ask for. Well, be careful what you look for, too. You just might find way more than you expect. Louise Walters is in England. She put an ad in a small-town newspaper to try to find the dad she never knew. He had split when she was tiny. Well, she got a call from a woman who knew her dad. Actually, Gary Pavella was also her dad. They started talking about a reunion. Turns out old Gary was a kind of a randy sort, and Louise has now met 11 new half-brothers and sisters that she never knew about. They're scattered all around the world. I mean, as far away as Thailand, for example. Daddy Gary liked to travel. 12 children by 7 women. And dear old dad is still alive. 81 now. Louise said meeting him and hearing him say, after all these years, I love you, was very moving. I guess he says that a lot. That ought to do it for today's Harley on the Headlines. If you get anything worthwhile from these quick visits, please give us a helping hand. Hit the like, follow, subscribe button. Please pass the word. I thank you for that. I'm Harley Carnes, and we'll see you soon.